group of Indians in America are crushing every other ethnic group in America.
I actually saw this YouTube video yesterday, and it's a great video if you haven't seen it, and it came up on my TikTok again, and I also saw this other guy speaking about a similar thing, and I wanted to give my 2 cents. So this is a chart showing household income by ethnic group, Indian Americans leading the pack, around 20% higher than the next ethnic group, and around a whopping 66% higher than the average white American family. And obviously there are a lot of factors and variables that have contributed towards this. It's something that has intrigued me for a while through my experiences in corporate America and society, and these are the reasons why I think this has played out the way it has. These are some of the reasons I think have contributed to Indian American success, and let me break down each of them. So from a very young age, education is highly stressed amongst Indian families. Getting good grades, taking AP courses, programs like Kumon are just part of the upbringing for an Indian American child. And as you get older, your parents stress certain career paths like engineering, medical, finance, business, etc. So from a young age, you're being primed to do well in school and think about careers that are financially rewarding. 2, a tight-knit family and having a multi-generational household. I grew up with my grandparents my whole life. They aided in household duties. They shared tasks with my parents, and that took some of the burden off my parents so they can go and work and bring home the money. It enables both parents to work while still having caretakers for the children. That might change moving forward, but that really helped build a solid foundation for first-generation Indian Americans. Living with grandparents or other extended family was basically free childcare that really costs a lot of money for people that have to pay for it. 3rd, there was minimal social and financial discrimination against Indians. I know some people might say we were discriminated post 9/11, we were made fun of, had derogatory remarks said about us, but it hasn't been in the way that other ethnic groups have faced. We did not experience redlining where we couldn't live in certain neighborhoods. We did not have restrictions on access to credit and financing. We have been pretty insulated from access to credit, access to finance, and that has helped us have economic mobility in society. Number 4, we tend to marry within the same ethnic group, which enables shared values between both sides of the family. You share similar values, beliefs, mindsets between both sets of parents, which enables a very holistic upbringing for a child. If both sets of parents and both sets of grandparents are stressing the same values, you're creating a very well-rounded and directionally curated life for the child. And number 5, this is one of my favorites, playing the game of life and hustle. People that came from India and even other ethnic groups that came from places of economic hardship have a mentality that is unlike anyone else's. When Indians came to this country, and even other ethnic groups that came from economic hardship, they have a hustle mentality that is unrivaled. They came from a world where hustling and working hard was the key to success. And I call this the game of life. When they came from India, the game was very difficult. They were competing against billions of people. When they come to the US, the country had already reached middle-class status. There's a sense of entitlement that people in society may have. So when you bring some hardworking people into a country that is not as hardworking, it is very easy to win in that game. I'm not saying Americans are lazy, but I can confidently say the average Indian or immigrant is probably harder working than the average American.